Meuri, bonjour, talofa. My name is Patricia, and welcome to the Pacific Way. Here in the Pacific, we love our fish, and we love fishing, whether for our source of income, take food to our family, or just for the fun of it. But we need to protect our fish. The Special Management Area Program, or SMAs, aims at giving communities a sense of ownership for the management of coastal resources in the immediate waters of their village area.
My name is Ciccolo Vanuatu. I am 51 years old, going to be 52, but 51 at the moment. So I am the town officer here. So my main job is to take care of this, look after this community. We're trying to look after people, not too overfishing, and then not taking this undersized fish, because kind of thing like that, if we take care of that, this is good for this for the future. So that's my job, to look after this the whole community of this island here. I take care of these people of the community more than my family.
Like most of the coastal communities in the Pacific, Atata relies almost exclusively on fisheries for its subsistence.
All the people here know how to fishing. There's money to be coming for this for the village here. That's from the sea. They do fishing, and then get here, take a little bit for the family, and take the rest to sell in the market. When we're growing up, it is quite good fishing on this coastal area here. So, and then people from some other village came over here, so they don't very care about the people on the community of the island here. So that's why this the fishing is getting less, because they overtaking. There is hard time for us on that time. The people suffered.
In 2006, the Tongan Ministry of Fisheries launched the Special Management Area Program, or SMAs. SMAs aim at giving communities a sense of ownership for the management of coastal resources in the immediate waters of their village area.
When communities develop rules for them to manage their fisheries resources, it's the best approach, because they will follow those rules. Instead of someone outside coming and telling them what to do, most of the time it's not, it doesn't have any positive outcomes, because it's driven by outside. So community-based fisheries management is all about community-driven approach. For Tonga, they come up with an idea of how they could encourage, motivate community to take a lead role in managing their coastal resources. They call it a special management area. It's a homegrown program by the Fisheries Division together with the communities. They develop their special management areas. In other words, they develop management rules that help manage their coastal resources with the community taking the leading role. So they go through a lot of planning and consultations, whereby they identify threats, they identify the possible solution to those threats, and they came up with management rules that communities have agreed as a whole to follow in order for those resources that have been exploited to recover, and also for the long-term sustainability of their coastal resources.
Taimiko mau kwai mahino ka mautol o alo I kaya ke feitu to loloto an. Iyo. Aya ko ma fulahi pe kakai ho hifu kita ho tautai aho tautai po uri. Mo kakai ke pe tongan katoa ngofua ki hao tautai o mau kolo. Na maukau ki he programa petu pure ima ke he. Ua whetaha fitu. Kai he te programa e sa ema ei tuko e whetu pure ima ke he. O wikai ke ngofua ke toi hu mai ha kakai mei tua. Ia tainimi o fia o pito o mau ki kakai. Tau te fito ke kau tau tai. O ku mahua o seni o ku mau e nau seni tu mau mo kai nau family pa fai ngofua e tau tai pe avawe.
One of the key requests from the SMA communities was assistance in reducing pressure on coastal resources through alternative fishing practices. To respond to this need, the Ministry of Fisheries, with the support of the Pacific Community or SPC, conducted a 2-week fishing operations course to help SMA communities learn new fishing techniques that target pelagic species outside of the coastal waters.
Good morning, everyone. I am William Sukimi with the SPC Sustainable Livelihood Section, and I'm the Fisheries Development Officer. It's good to be here again, and I'm glad to be able to come and help with you all. I hope we have an enjoyable 2 weeks, and the weather suits our purpose, so thank you. The small fishing operation training is for boat operators who have been doing lagoon fishing, inshore fishing, and who, like with SMAs, they want them to diversify, to move offshore. So we get to come and show them the offshore fishing methods and boat handling skills and the requirements for going offshore, so that if the need arises, they can move offshore to do offshore fishing for pelagic, larger fish, and to do it safely. So if you think of it, life jacket is hard to work with when you're fishing. So when the boat is moving, we must all have a life jacket, because this is a time where that life jacket is very important to be worn. Because when you are traveling at high speed, if something happens and the boat flips, you fly out of the boat. There's no, if that happens, there's no time to reach in the boat and try to grab a life jacket to put it on, or to search for a life jacket after that. Every project, every training I go and I do, it has its sort of own flavor. Yes, I have many good ones. We have a good time during the training, and everything goes according to plan, which most of them do. And then they're all memorable in their own way. Some of you, I know, you will be winding like this and then you turn, because it's too heavy or too, so your winding will be square wind, boom, boom, like that. And it's clicking.
The training covers a wide range of offshore fishing techniques, including trolling, midwater and bottom fishing methods, boat handling, equipment, and safety at sea.
I'm conscious that I'm dealing with fishermen. Fishermen too are proud. Like everybody wants to be a good fisherman. We're all professors of fishing. So I try to make it like we do it together as a group. We share ideas, and I have some ideas that I can share with you, and you may be familiar with some of my ideas, and maybe some you don't know, and hopefully I can learn from you too.
My name is Ciccolo Vanuatu, Deputy CEO for Ministry of Fisheries and Head of Fisheries Science Division. Changing of the fishing method in Tonga, it's a need since the coastal fisheries resources have been overfished here in Tonga. And if we continue to use the same fishing method, it will continuously deplete the fishery stock.
I buy fish from the fishermen, but now it's very small. Eh? The fish is more expensive now than before. The people fishing too much.
With regard to food security, it is an issue because people, when we have less fish available, or people afford to get to have fish for food, they will be shift and eat the imported like meat, chicken, which is the problem for the people's health. It links to those diabetes or other NCDs issues. There's an issue with that in Tonga.
This training is very important to me because it's a new method they showed us. So soon I come back here, I trying to explain to people this new method. I think they may get one big fish. So get more fish is getting more money for this for the family.
This training will improve. I think it will improve the fishermen's livelihood because they will go out further away from the reefs area. They will improve their catch. The catch rate will be increased. It will improve their livelihood in terms of food security.
If you're going to do a full length, and this thing is like this and covered under all that, and you try to pull, very hard. So in that case, if you got a longer whipping to do, there's two ways to do it. You do a glove hitch.
After a few days, the training starts bearing its fruits. The discussion not only takes place in the training room, but it also spreads within the communities, carried out by the fishers and the town officers.
Ko fiko kula taha e ose aho ia kakato ia. E ku he bongbongi to ki hake mai fa finte ke fono kula. Me ko ne tu fiko ne. Ko to foki ko ki he programa ko ni sa mai mo kule i go i tu kule na. Ko to foki be ki he wa pe taha uta.
Ki ni ko ku ala pe kai ni ka ko e te nga mai no ano ai ko po so ne I mo ko te ve mana te la ba ko te fo ki ta ke kai mana ko e ku ari ko ta a hi te ni e fa ma ta ku mai ko la kai mo ko lo ka la ko e na ai ku mo ki he mata.
I have 7 children. I would like them to live in a better country with with healthy food. I think that's what I need for my children to have. Yeah.
My father is a town officer for almost 40 years. He's starting a fight for the management area for us. So he passed away, and then the time for me to come up and then pushing SMA to be done. I have 2 granddaughters. My dream for the future for them is like my father dream to us to keep pushing the people not overfishing, trying to be growing up to be much better people, and I'm proud of them.
The Pacific community has provided the small-scale fishing operations training to 35 communities in 12 Pacific Island countries over the last 14 years. Since the program was launched in 2006, 42 communities in Tonga have established SMAs. The small-scale fishing operations training in Tonga was supported by the Tonga Ministry of Fisheries, with partial support from the Pacific European Union Marine Partnership Program.
And that's the show for today. Join us next week for more stories that matter to Pacific people. Find out more on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel to stay in touch. Hope you enjoy this traditional performance from the Marshall Islands. Ni sa mode.
Before the Jabua war dance can continue, the Jabua warriors have to be anointed with the sacred coconut oil. The sacred coconut oil is said to fend off evil spirits that aim to disrupt the dance and harm the boys. The anointment also brings blessings for success in their war. We are lucky enough today to have the blessing from Paramount Chief for the Jabua war performers to perform for his brother and you all, Giroy Mike Kabua.
So this is the seventh time that the Jaboa war dance has been displayed outside of the Marshall Islands. The performers that you saw today, the small little performers, are fourth generation from the first generation that performed outside of the Marshall Islands in Townsend, Australia. The war dance is actually about the many facets of Marshallese life, from building of a canoe to launching of a canoe, building and constructing of a house, fishing, storytelling, many things, and war dancing. You know, the spears and whatnot. It's all, you know, Marshallese life in a dance, in a war dance, a chilling war dance. Each and every one of these kids are from Wujai Atoll, some way or another. They're all from a particular clan, a family, and those are the only people that are permitted to perform, because it's an oral history. You know, it's passed down from generation to generation, and only a select family can do it, and that's the family that were warriors for the royal family.